What? But yeah, I figure I'd jump back on here. I got about an hour back home. Figured I'd jump on here, do another one. Getting ready for this bowl game. The big thing, and the big thing to me is just thinking about what Michigan has to do to win. Big thing to me is just, I think the physicality just has to be there. Really. Physicality. Like, and just think about it, really. As a Big Ten team, Big Ten football, you're known for playing defense. Big Ten is known for defense, but going against SEC, the difference is usually when you watch the teams is speed, the speed with the physicality. Yeah, exactly. The speed with the physicality. That's the big difference in SEC, Big Ten, most other conferences, honestly. So that's the thing. But Michigan can be physical. And that's why when y'all see me harping on tackling, strong tackling, stop arm tackling, stop too much arm tackling. That's the reason I harp on that stuff so much. I didn't do it that much this year because it is what it is. After a certain point, I get tired of talking about certain stuff. But that's the thing. It's about being physical, not arm tackling, running through guys, finishing the plays. That's the big difference in SEC and kind of everybody else. Those dudes are fast and they're physical. And if you're not ready for it, it can overwhelm you. It can definitely overwhelm you if you're not ready for it. You gotta be ready to take the fight to them. You gotta be ready to take the fight to them. Nah, we're not just gonna out physical you. We're gonna be physical, but we're gonna out execute you. Because that at the end of the day, that's what football is about. It's about execution. We're gonna out execute you. We know what you do right, we know what you do wrong, and we're gonna pick you apart and we're gonna execute. That's what it's about, execution. But yeah, I'm ready for the game. I'm probably gonna make my video either today or tomorrow. I might make it tonight because I'm ready for it. I just hate the waiting. The waiting is what kills me. For real. I get to a certain point, I get tired of talking about it. I'm ready to see. I'm ready to see the game. But yeah, and I'm anxious to see how JJ plays against Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Because for him, this is redemption. This is a chance for JJ to redeem himself for what happened against TCU. I mean, we all know what happened, and we don't got to talk about it. But this is a chance for him to redeem himself. It wasn't all your fault, but in the media, they're gonna always talk about it. Those who pick sixes. So this is JJ's chance to redeem himself on the biggest stage. And what better team to redeem yourself against than Alabama? Whether it's an Alabama team from the real dynasty or the Alabama team now, it don't matter. When people see Alabama, they think championships, they think dynasty, they think the GOAT college football coach in Nick Saban. So this is JJ's chance to you want to shut everybody up. It's right there in front of you, dog. It's right there in front of you. You know what I'm saying? It's right there. But they ain't gonna. You want some respect? They ain't just gonna give it to you. You gotta take it. So that's gonna be, I'm anxious to see. Is he ready to take it? You know what I'm saying? If that run game clicking like we need it to, you know who game it is. You know whose shoulders the game is gonna be on. It's gonna be on your shoulders, JJ. You ready for it? You ready to take them down? Let's see it. Let's see it. You know? But yeah. That defense, our defense better show up though. I got faith in Jesse Minter. Got a lot of faith in Jesse Minter. Who I need to see be that dog is Junior Colson. How good Junior Colson plays in this game could determine a lot, especially dealing with Jalen Milroe. It could determine a lot because early in these games, teams get a feel for how good each other are, because you haven't played each other for the most of the time. So the first half and the first quarter and a half, usually, most of the time, is a feeling out process. If Alabama's running backs are once they get through our D line and they coming up to our linebackers and they seeing, man, these boys ain't hitting, they gonna gain confidence and they gonna start running harder and harder. That's just a fact. You're a running back, you can notice how hard a team is hitting, or whether you can run through their soft tackling. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be paramount for Junior Colson to be hitting out there. For real. And this ain't just me trying to harp on him. This is just a fact. He's our middle linebacker. Middle linebacker is a tone setter. You're supposed to be the tone setter for the defense. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, you might have a safety or something that's a tone setter or a DN, but on most defenses, the leader and the tone setter is the middle linebacker. That's usually the most physical dude on the team, or at least on the defense. You know what I'm saying? So it's on him. He got to set that tone. You know what I'm saying? Because I know he can have 10 tackles, but I don't want to see him getting 10 tackles and he dragging dudes down. I want to see you laying some wood. It's a difference. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's a difference. But yeah, not only that, but with JJ, I'm interested to see what our wide receivers can do. And I know they're not a focal point because we spread it around. Whoever can beat you will beat you. Whether that's Donovan, that's Blake, whether that's Colston, whether that's Barner, whether that's Samaj, whether that's Tyler Morris, whether that's Cornelius, or whether that's Roman Wilson. You know, wherever the mismatch is at will beat you, you know. But I'm anxious to see how he does try to get those guys the ball. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different matchups in this game, and I'm really just ready for it. I'm not no front. I'm really just ready for this game. But there's a lot of different matchups, and I'm just ready to see them. I'd like to see them do more with Darius Clemens. And the only good thing for me about this break is you got guys that could contribute but haven't had the time to iron out some of the things that they were getting wrong. They got time for them to iron those things out and maybe contribute in this game. I'd love to see Darius Clemens contribute. I think he can contribute, honestly. A big receiver like him, he's built up like he's David Boston or something like that. I'd love to see him contribute in some type of way. I believe he can, honestly. It's just given the opportunity. At receiver, you just don't get that many opportunities at Michigan. That's just what it is. You get your opportunities at Michigan at receiver, you best make the most of them. 'Cause ain't no telling when you gonna get another shot. That's if you get another shot, you might not get a second chance. It's just the way it goes. Yeah, that's just the way it goes. But somebody that I feel should get a shot in this game, Mullins. I think Mullins should get some carries. I know some people don't like him because the fumble on the one against TCU. I know some of y'all got nightmares from him from that. I feel you, but Mullins on a down-to-down basis, Mullins gets better yardage than Donovan does. He just does. When Mullins gets the ball, he gets better. He does more with usually because he's a tougher runner than Donovan. Donovan goes down so easy. It's unbelievable. To be as big as he is, you would think he would run harder, more physical than that. But yeah, I'd like to see Mullins get some more carries. But also, I want to see Donovan, when Donovan gets some carries, I'd like to see Mullins as being his lead blocker. I'd love to see Mullins block for Donovan more. I like that set. Yeah, I like that set with dual back set with Mullins and Donovan. I like that set. I'd like to see more of that. Hopefully we do. Yeah, hopefully we do, because I think that's a good set for both of those guys. And there's so many wrinkles you can do off of that. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're giving it to Donovan and Mullins blocks, whether you fake it to Donovan and then throw a little pass to the flat to Mullins. There's just a lot you can do off of that. You know what I mean? So I think you should add those wrinkles in. But yeah, what else we got going? But yeah, the team, this is the time to gel. Like I was talking about earlier, the underdog card, you can say what you want. Nobody's picking Michigan. Nobody's picking us. Everybody expects, with Harbaugh's bowl record, with the last 2 trips to the playoff, everybody's expecting Michigan to fall on our face because it's Alabama. Because it's Alabama. We can't. Michigan doesn't have a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I really do hope they're internalizing that nobody is giving y'all a shot. Similar to TCU last year. You got to come in with that same energy. For real, you got to come in with that same type of energy. Ain't no room for second guessing yourself in this game. Just ain't no room for it. Ain't no room for none of that. Not in this one. But yeah, we got that. We got Ohio State fans and their shabbiness right now, because they don't know what's going on with their team. I heard they looking for a new quarterback. I was told that Kyle McCord was going to be the same as the rest of them. Up for the Heisman, you know. He's a 5-star. Ryan Day just picks 5 stars off a tree, and they're throwing for 40 and 50 touchdowns. You can count on that. I trust that Ryan Day's going to have another quarterback waiting in the wings, and he's going to be unbelievable. What happened, guys? What happened? Y'all ain't that. Oh, man. I hate it for you. You know? I hate it for you. But that's neither here nor there. We trying to get ready for this bowl game. I was talking to my boy, and he thinks Texas is going to roll Washington. He's possibly right. I think Texas is probably more of a complete team, but you know, Washington with what's his Odunze, whatever his name is, the receiver, and Penix. You know, I wouldn't count them out. I wouldn't just pencil in Texas right off the bat. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't just pencil Texas in to be in the championship not right off bat. I wouldn't. You know, the being in the playoff, it's a little bit different. You know, and Steve Sarkisian, he comes from the Nick Saban coaching tree, so he'll probably have them well prepared. But I wouldn't say Texas is that much better than them to just guarantee that they're gonna win. A lot of crazy things happen in football games, so I definitely wouldn't just guarantee that. If I had to pick, I probably would say Texas will win that game, but I wouldn't just pencil that in as a fact. You know what I'm saying? When you got a passing game like Washington, that'll give you a chance. Most of the time, you know, having a good, maybe great quarterback, plus you got receivers and one exceptional receiver. That'll give you a chance, you know. That'll be interesting to watch. Because I think Texas is the more complete team, but there's a reason they play the games. There's a reason these games get played, you know. You never know who's going to come out and just not have a good game. You said, why is everybody better against us? Let me wait till I stop. They say you be reading while you're driving. Let me stop. I'm stopped. But yeah. And that's my thought with the Texas-Washington. When you got a good quarterback, and like he was saying, Texas has a weak secondary. Hold on. Texas has a weak secondary going against Penix. To me, that's almost a pick'em game. To me, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. Everybody's betting against us because it's Bama. When they see Bama, they see championships. They see Nick Saban. They think of dynasty. You know what I'm saying? When they see Bama, they see that. Plus, we got destroyed by Georgia 2 years ago, and then we choked against TCU. So people are betting against us because they just expect us to come up small in the playoff. I can't say it's not valid. I can't say that. At this point, Michigan has to prove they belong. It's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't make excuses for stuff. After a certain amount of time with certain things, it is what it is. Yeah, it's annoying. It's very annoying. But I can't blame them. You know, this year is a put up or shut up year for Michigan. You got to put up or shut up. For real. This is your year. You got all these dudes that came back. You put in the Georgia drill, try to be more physical, whatever you want. Just gotta win. Just like you said, you just gotta win. Ain't no excuses. You're not playing a super great Bama team. You're not playing an underdog and you're underestimating them. You got a good Bama team. They're not great. They're a good team. They get hyped up like they're, because it's Bama, they get hyped up like they're that Georgia team from 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Or that Bama team from 2 years ago that was loaded. You know, they got injured. They probably would have beat that Georgia team again. I mean, but they get hyped up like it's that Bama team that had NFL receivers everywhere. They had Bryce Young, you know, a top 10 pick. I saw that Minister Sports talking about the carjacked OSU coach. But yeah, this isn't that Bama team, you know. They got talent. Now, this is something I thought about earlier too, and I didn't really get to touch on. A big thing is going to be for Michigan is tackling. And I'm not just talking about like running backs. I'm talking about tackling these receivers when they're kind of in the open field. You got to tackle these dudes. That's one thing about some of these other teams. You know, our receivers, they don't when they catch the ball, they ain't making the dudes miss and trying to take it 60 from whatever. I mean, Samaj is like that, but the rest of them, they're not really doing that. Alabama's receivers, they trying to get on down on you. And they're most of them are fast. So when they catch it, these dudes are trying to open up and run. They trying to run. You get what I'm saying? So the tackling has to be on point in the secondary. So, I mean, it has been for the most part since Rod Moore and Will and those guys have come back. It has been for the most part. So that's just something else to look for. But yeah, I saw Minister Sports talking about the OSU coach that got carjacked while he was recruiting in Cleveland. That's wild. But I mean, it's a rough place. Cleveland's a rough place. Let's see. Yeah, that arm tackling ain't gonna cut it in this one. Honestly, I like McBurrows at nickel because he's physical. You know, I like that nickel guy because he's kind of in the box. I like that guy to be physical. I'd honestly like to see him in the slot some and maybe move Sainristil to the outside. That's just me. I'd rather have that physicality. And Sainristil is physical. He's physical for a guy his size. He's just skinny. You know what I'm saying? He's just skinny. Like, he's nothing but lean muscle. Like, Sainristil doesn't have any fat on him. His body fat's got to be like -3. This dude ain't got a lick of body fat on him. So, but McBurrows is a real hitter. Like, he's physical. I'd like to see him in the slot in this game, honestly, at the nickel. And that's not to say taking Sainristil off the field. I'd just move him to the outside, honestly. I'd move him to the outside. No knock against Josh Wallace, because Josh Wallace, he's pretty good in his own right, honestly. But I guess I'd play it by ear, you know what I'm saying? But I like physicality. I always want physicality on the field. I want dudes that are physical. To me, Hausman needs to play a lot against Bama because he's more physical of a player. This is a physical team. This is going to be a physical game. You do not want to get out physical by an SEC team, and especially not a Bama or a Georgia team. If they sense they more physical than you, it's finna get ugly. That's just what it is. I mean, you can like it, hate it, it don't matter. It's just the truth. Once they see they more physical than you, they finna beat your head in. That's just what it is, you know. But yeah, there's so much going on with the team. Sharon Moore, I'm just anxious to see what. I'm anxious and just hoping that Sharon and Jesse Minter come out with their freaking A+ game plans, because we're gonna need it. You got to come with it. Y'all let me down last year with that game plan. That was just boneheaded. Last year, that was just bonehead. I mean, what can I say? Let's see. 2 lives in one day, 2 live crew. But yeah, last year was boneheaded. That game plan was boneheaded. I don't care what nobody says. To me, it was just like, bro, you got to do better than that. Like, I get it. I get what we want to do, but sometimes it's just like, bro, if you can see a team's weaknesses right there, plain as day for you to see, but you're just still like, well, we're just going to run it. That's just like, bro, come on. Because you're doing a disservice to the team. Like, bro, like, don't be that stubborn. When the weaknesses are right there for you to see, smacking you in the face, exploit them. Like, I don't get it. Like, exploit the weaknesses. You got a month to prepare for this game. Ain't no excuses, I promise you. Ain't no excuses this time. You know, ain't no excuses. But yeah, so we're getting ready for this one. The other bowl games, I seen an Ohio State fan. He talking about some Michigan's gonna get beat. We were on Facebook. Michigan's gonna get beat, and I told him, what bowl is OSU in? Oh, I tell him, oh yeah, that's it. The Who Gives a Shit Bowl. Who Gives a Shit Bowl? But no, that's the actual name of the bowl game. That's the actual name of it. that's the actual name of the bowl. Who Gives a Shit Bowl? That's the actual name. But yeah, I'd like to see. I just hope I hope they're not. I don't see how at this point you can rest on your laurels. At this point, you have to be like, this is it to get this ring. Like, this is it. I'm all in. I'm all in. Just like with the scallions and stuff, and people, are you worried about this and that? I'm not worried about it. I'm all in on this year for a championship. Bet it all. I'm all in. I don't care about no stallions and none of that stuff, because the NCAA can't save nobody this year. So sorry for you, Penn State, Ohio State. I'm all in for a championship. Whatever happens, happens. But I'm all in on us winning a championship. That's all I'm worried about this year. And I hope the coaches and everybody else feels the same. For real. That's all I'm worried about. I'm trying to get this ring. Because we got too much talent. Got too much talent. Got too many dudes that came back. Got great coaching. Let's get it. Don't care about no Bama. I'm about sick of hearing about Bama. Tell you the truth. I'm about to go on an epic. We win this game, I'm going to go on an epic Bama rant. Y'all can count on that. I swear I'm going to do some epic Bama trolling. I don't know about that, bro. McBurrows is a hitter. Hey, McBurrows will get in for one play and lay somebody out. Even most of the players say he's probably the most physical DB, because he hits. He's a hitter. Like, he doesn't arm tackle and he doesn't push guys out. Like, even when he gave up that touchdown against Ohio State, he ran through. You know what I'm saying? Like, he ran through his tackle. The guy got in the end zone, but he ran through on that tackle. You get what I'm saying? So he's a hitter. You know what I'm saying? He's how you want your guys to be as far as tackling, where they run through. He doesn't stop and push them with his hands and stuff. No, he runs through, finishes the tackle. That's what I mean by he's more physical. But this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. We all in. Ain't nobody saving them. We got through that. Sorry, guys. Ohio State. Hey, let me get on Nevada Buck. Hey, I can't stand this dude. If you watch Buckeye Scoop, I cannot stand Nevada Buck, bro. I cannot stand this dude because he never shows his face. He never shows his face. I cannot stand that dude. Yeah, I mean, that's the same with Georgia, Bama. It's the vertical passing game. That's a fact. Bro, I cannot stand Nevada Buck. I cannot stand that dude, bro. Because he literally gets off on the scandal. And he said this. Like, this ain't my words. This is his words. That he's been getting off on the scandal. You know, I super chatted him one day and roasted him. I think they blocked me in their comments because I super chatted and told him. But this dude has been getting off on it. And then after we beat him, and then a couple weeks after we won the Big Ten championship, they still trying to report, more trouble coming out of Michigan and the FBI and Matt Weiss or Weiss and this and that. Bro, shut up. Golly. The Ohio State fans, some of them are getting tired of it. I mean, some of them, that's all they got to hold on to is this scandal stuff. That's all they got to hold on to is this Connor Stalions. You're going to get hit with the death penalty after this year. Enjoy it while it lasts, Michigan scum. Michigan scum. Enjoy it while it lasts. Ooh, they going to be so sick. If Michigan gets a real slap on the wrist for this Stallion stuff, boy, some of them ain't going to know what to do. I think some of them going to cry. They gonna cry. Like, I real deal think some of them dudes gonna be crying. Nevada Buck will probably be one of them. And he gonna be, I'm just shocked. I can't believe this. It was all right there. It was all... It was all right there. I can't believe this. This is a travesty. You should have hammered him. You should have hit them like you did SMU. I can't. Like, bro, shut up. Like, you've been getting off on this scandal stuff. We beat your head in without the signs again. So it seemed like you would just move on. But this dude is just, it's like all he gets is, all his joy in life comes from the Connor Stallion scandal stuff now. So that's all he can hold on to. Which is weird, but, you know, it's just like, and I guess I do get it, because if you really look at it, Michigan we done broke them. And I know somebody gonna say, well, y'all didn't break us. Yeah, if y'all ain't broke, y'all hanging on by a thread at this point. Yeah, you still getting the recruits, but Who cares? You've been getting the recruits all these years. I mean, what are you talking about? We're still #1 in recruiting. Great. You've been #1, not top 5, top 3 every year. And we've been knocking y'all head in for the last 3 years. It ain't about the recruits. It's about the development. It's about the game plan. It's about the strength and conditioning. Buckethead. You ain't even, it's like they don't even be paying attention. Talking about some recruiting. You've been top 5 in recruiting for all these years, including these 3 losses. What are you talking about? Oh, and it's about strength and conditioning. It's about game plan. It's about your coach. He's losing himself. Everybody talking about this ain't a tough team. This is a tough team. This is tough. I like to know where Lou Holtz is. Boy, Lou Holtz is tucked in, drinking some warm milk, about to go to sleep. What are you talking about? I wonder where this 90-year-old man is. It's like 11 o'clock. He in the bed snoring. Talk about, I wonder where Lou Holtz is. Yo, get out of here. I'm calling you out, old man. Step out here and fight me. I'm going to show you how tough I am. That man is losing himself. These losses are eating that boy up. And if you don't see it, you just ain't paying attention. Before the game, he out there trying to hype his team up. Come on. Let's go. Go Buckeyes. He over there doing that. His offensive players over there doing a little. Go Kyle. Go Kyle. Go Mayan. Go Marvin. Boy, that soft team. we know where they get it from. We see where they getting it from. So, man, please. Man, your program is in shambles right about now, boy. We're like, what are we talking about? Like, come on. Like, it's a laughing stock. We're seeing what's going on. Like, you coach, he's lost himself. He don't know what he wants to be. He don't know what he want to be. And the fact that he got his team doing a little kid huddle dance over there, they making their TikTok videos and what they got going on. Oh my God. Damn. Exactly. Ohio State content right now is it's so fun to watch because you can just listen and then get in the comments and get your troll on. Get your troll on, brothers. Get your troll on. Because they can't say nothing. Only thing they gonna come back at you with is Roll Tide. Roll Tide? What are you talking about? Enjoy it while it lasts. Roll Tide is coming. What? Let me check. Is this an Ohio State podcast or is this an Alabama podcast? What is happening? Like, bro, what is happening here? Like, these folks is going crazy, but they ain't realize what's going on. They still worried about recruiting. Boy, y'all been top 5 in recruiting for so long. Like, what are we talking about? Obviously, it's more than recruiting. It's about your coach. He's lost. He's lost in space. Somebody help this man find himself. He needs, when you go on on those 90s TV shows and stuff like that, you go on a retreat to go find yourself. You go on a retreat and then all of a sudden they go out in the woods or something to try to find themselves and then they have an epiphany and it just clicks. He need to do something like that because he don't know what's going on. This boy want to be tough so bad. The old fake tough guy. You guy want to be tough so bad. Just give it up, man. You ain't tough. You ain't tough. And what's crazy is if they would have, they could have really embraced just running the ball and play action into to Marvin Harrison. You could have probably they probably could have had a really solid run game if you just ran Chip Trainum 15 to 20 times a game with Henderson, play action pass, turn McCord into a real game manager. That would have been my game plan really for the year. I'm giving Chip Trainum about 20 carries because I'm going to grind you out. I'm going to physically impose it. I can physically impose Chip Trainum on your defense. But he was too bonehead to figure that out. So he want to run Travion Henderson, which I'm not saying he ain't a stud and don't got big play potential. But with both of them, I can really grind your defense down and show that we're the tougher team. They could have tried that with us. I mean, we kind of shut their run game down, but you know, that's what I would do if I was their coach. But hey, it is what it is. That's their problem. That is their problem. But yeah, they program is in shambles for real. This dude's got a real identity crisis. He got a real identity crisis. And the fact that he didn't have that stud quarterback, it really, I mean, it is what it is. Because they escaped more games than they probably should have this year. It just so happened you had the Bonehead Bowl, Notre Dame versus Ohio State. Who's the bigger bonehead? Yeah, Marcus Freeman, you win. Because they should have lost that game. They should have lost that one. You know, but and also the Big Ten was down this year. The Big Ten was not good this year. That's just, it is what it is on that. The Big Ten was not good this year, and the quarterback play, it was quite horrible. It was horrible. After about the third, I think after about the third Big Ten play game that we had, I realized, I'm like, bro, the Big Ten quarterback play is horrible this year. Like, we had so many quarterbacks in the Big Ten that were just mobile, that couldn't throw at all. They couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Like, the quarterback play was horrible this year in the Big Ten. Just straight garbage. I'm sorry, it was. Like, after JJ McCord and Allar, whatever, there was a drop-off. And that's not even say that they were just that great at the top. You know what I'm saying? So the Big Ten quarterback play, it left a lot to be desired this year. But, I mean, we got Oregon, we got USC and Washington. So that's going to change. That's going to change some. But this year, man, it was just trash. You got so many dudes look like they was wide receivers before the game. Like the coach just said, all right, we need a quarterback. You got wide receivers. I could throw it a little bit, coach. All right, you starting tomorrow. Like, bro, I don't get it, but I guess it is what it is. But quarterback play in the Big Ten was garbage. But yeah, what we got? Yeah, I think most people have pretty much already penciled in Bama and Texas. That's what I'm getting. Is most people have penciled in Bama and Texas as in the championship game, a rematch. going back to Bama's first championship, I believe, when they faced Colt McCoy in Texas, Mac Brown, in which I think Texas was going to win that game, but Colt McCoy gets knocked out on the first series and can't play. Colt McCoy is literally driving the field on the first series against Bama and gets knocked out. And that's all, folks. Bama dynasty, Texas is just now getting back to relevancy. Just now. From when that's crazy how an event like that, the two paths are changed for a decade or if not longer. Alabama wins that game, become the dynasty that they are or have been. Texas loses that game, and they're just now getting back to where they were, I guess you would say. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy how, because I think if Colt McCoy in Texas win that game, which I think they would have, because Colt McCoy was a beast. Hey, Colt McCoy was a beast. That his senior year, I think that was. I think if Texas wins that game, you know, the dividends from recruiting and all that, I think it goes up a notch. You know, that they're still Texas. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Mac Brown leaves as soon as he did, you know, but that's what happened. But yeah, I think that they're trying to build up, because let's look at the pageantry of it. Because we know Nick Saban ain't gonna be around much longer. So you got Alabama and Texas. This is where it all began. For Nick Saban at Alabama. You get what I'm saying? Yep. Yep. Some of these games is crazy, you know. Same, just like Ohio State and Miami. I made a video about that game during the pandemic, I believe. But yeah, these games, they can either propel you to dynasty, or they can bring you back down. And honestly, us saying that, I think Michigan is at that point right now. You win this game against Bama, find a way to win the championship, and I think this can propel Michigan for the next decade. Because it ain't gonna be that hard to make the playoff. I mean, it'll be a little bit harder with all these other teams coming into the Big Ten. But if you don't maximize this, it's not like it gets easier with the 12 team. Yeah, you can still make it, but now you got to play 4 more games. So it's easier to get in, but it's a harder path now, because okay, you make the playoff. What, you got to play three games now instead of 2, or 4 games instead of 2. So it becomes harder in that way. So yeah, I think this is it. You either gonna lift yourself up to maybe being able to create something that can last for a decade, or you might take a step back and not win as much as you've been. You know what I'm saying? Long story short, win this game, win this championship. Long story short, we got to get it done this year. You hear me? Ain't no excuses. We got to win. It's time to win this. For real. But yeah. So, but I think that's what's going on to me. I think everybody's got it penciled in. Bama versus Texas, the rematch from this year, and the rematch from 10 or 15, however long ago that was. They met in the championship. They knocked my boy Colt McCoy out on the first series. I just knew Colt was finna shred them, and it looked like he was about to knock my boy out. Let's see. I'm stopped. Yep. We'll be pretenders. That you right. Call me crazy, but I think the 14 playoff ends how it began. A Big Ten beating Alabama, then going to win it all. That would be nice. I like that. I like that take. Yep. Starts like it ends. That would definitely be nice. You know? And this Alabama team ain't unbeatable. We saw Texas beat them, and I know somebody gonna say, well, Jalen Milroe wasn't, they didn't know how to use him yet. You could be right. You could be right. But they still lost. And they struggled, or they barely beat a lot of teams. Now you can say well, they play tougher teams consistently. That could be a fact, but that still don't mean they didn't struggle with them. You know what I'm saying? I think they beat Mississippi State 26-20, beat Auburn 27-24. This team is beatable. You know, it's just the hype of it's Bama, and they're back in the playoff. Give them the trophy. Oh, Nick Saban's in the playoff. Give him the trophy. Ain't no need to play the games. Just give him the trophy. If we lose this game, Johnny, I recommend you turn off your comments for the post-game analysis, or you will get troll-fested in the comment section. I got to cancel this, y'all, so I appreciate everybody. Let me go.